Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 7 of the Real Talk Anime Podcast. Here with your regular hosts, I'm Link. We got.
Yeah, I'm Brooke. I'm back again, finally. I don't
Let's
think
go,
I was here
let's
last
go.
episode, but I didn't forget about you guys, so I'm ready to go.
And apparently we're using our fake names, but I'm Carter, so.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, shit.
Yeah.
I'm called Brooke more often than I'm Cooper anyway. So
It's been a while.
yeah,
It's
that's
been a
true.
while.
It's been so long we forgot that we just swapped back to the regular names.
Yeah. So basically, I think 2 people liked the tweet that I put out where I was like, "Yo, we're not gonna upload for a bit because of school exams."
And exams
Um,
really did happen.
Yeah,
They
did
sure did.
happen. They're done. Christmas is done. It's almost a new year, but right now we're sort of in the middle period of the holidays where nothing actually happens. Plus, the pandemic. So
I know. I was trying to get us to do an episode last week, to make up for it, but these guys were busy with life stuff. Apparently,
I'm pretty sure I
so-
still
Yeah,
had
man.
an exam last week, but okay.
I
Yeah, yeah.
mean, I'm
Dude,
not,
the-
dude. The
the
exams.
grind is more important.
I think I had 2 exams last week, actually.
Okay, but I'm not trying to expose, but like, weren't your exams like kind of like busted?
No, one of them was super easy. The other one I barely passed.
Oh, okay.
So
I wish I had my marks back. I only have 3 of them, but
I only have 2.
mine were
I don't
multiple
know what are
choice,
they doing. I remember last year they all like every single one of them, all 5
Yeah,
of them came out
last
like
year they
at
all
midnight.
came out. Yeah, at midnight on the first day that they were supposed to come out. But yeah, anyway, school happened. Yeah, the holidays. So now we're back, and this is probably coming out on the 28th unless something crazy happens. But yeah, and we decided that we would completely improvise this episode to be more natural and conversation flows nicer. But the theme though is music, and specifically anime music, because
Yes.
anime music is good.
That's true, man. So
Yeah.
what did you have in mind when you decided to come on here and talk about anime music? I feel like that's
Yeah, so basically, like, I thought I would start with like a really like short like anecdote, right?
okay.
Mhm.
Because basically there was a point where like actually there was more than just a point. There was a very long period on and off in my life where I pretty much only listened to anime music. Like I didn't listen to any other type of music, right?
Wait, really?
Nice.
Yeah, like it actually was not even that long ago either. Like it happened there was a period
Yeah,
in high school.
yesterday. Let's go.
No. There was a period in high school like that. But then even like last year, I think,
Mhm.
like I wasn't really listening to much other than like anime OPs basically.
I'm
And-
not gonna lie. I feel like we've all had that period. I don't know about
Yeah,
you,
mine's
Carter,
But it was
right
like
now.
a long like it was almost a whole year though. Like
really? I thought you
yeah,
were
like it
really
wasn't
into
just
like EDM and stuff though.
yeah, okay, yeah. So like during high school, I was bouncing between like EDM for a while, and then I had like a mini rap phase, and then I was obsessed with Drake for a while.
Yeah.
And then yeah, and then I just went back to anime, and oh yeah, and then like I had like random other playlists I made here and there, but like most of the time it was just anime. On whenever I ride the bus, I'd be listening to anime music, going for a walk, bike ride, whatever, right?
Yeah, I remember you were saying in grade 12 that you were listening to like the first ED of ReZero, and you're like, damn,
Yeah.
if this song ends by the time the bus gets to school, I'm gonna ace my exam today. It's gonna be
yeah.
nice.
I did
And-
like all those like random superstition things
Yeah,
that like that I would do, or like I have to like make it in by the first door of the high school before the song ends, or else I fail the exam.
and I don't know, like,
Okay.
exams were always
I don't-
pretty good in high school, so
I don't remember if any of that stuff. I don't remember what the result of those those superstitions were.
I mean, I
But
think
yeah.
Well,
we
you're
we
still
still
here,
have
so you
those
passed.
superstitions. Like I know neither of us
yeah, I kinda
shaved
do.
during exams.
It's true.
Yeah, like
It's
wait,
like
wait, did you do that too, Carter?
Yeah, I didn't shave at all during exams.
Wait, what the hell?
Dude, it's like it just makes so much logical sense because like if you shave, right? It's like
Your beard retains the
You're
knowledge.
taking your beard retains the
yeah,
knowledge.
you're losing all of the blood, sweat, and tears.
Like
Exactly.
every time I solve a problem in calculus, I gain like half a millimeter of length in my beard. You know what?
Wait,
My
okay.
beard grows fastest during exam season.
This is hilarious. For context to the viewers, okay? So basically, me and Cooper were just like existing in a Discord call after our exams were over, and I was like, dude, I didn't shave at all during exams. It was so bad. I was like talking about how it was like it's like bad because normally I shave pretty frequently and I don't like it when I have a lot of facial hair. So I was like talking about it, and he's like, "Wait, dude, I don't shave during exams either." And he had just finished his last exam like an hour ago, so he was like,
Yeah.
"I actually still have my beard right now." I was like, "What the hell?" And we didn't know that Carter also did that
I shaved for the
until
first
literally right
time.
now.
I shaved for the first time before exams. Like
Dude, it's like
since exams,
looking-
like 2 days ago.
Holy.
Since the beginning, yeah.
Wow. Damn.
Jeez.
Yeah. These types of things happen for more than just anime music. It's literally just like
Just random superstitions.
everything that matters.
yeah.
Try to assign a meaning to just random things, you know?
Yeah. I mean, how human, right?
Yeah.
How human of us to
Yeah.
be.
Okay, Mr. Alien. Alright.
I know, right?
Yes, very
anyway,
human.
back to what I was saying. The anecdote is basically just that. There wasn't much of a story. It's basically just, yeah, I used to only listen to anime music for like a pretty substantial part of my adult life, and yeah, so
I feel like, to me at least, there's got to be some reason for me to listen to music, for me to actually want
Yeah.
to try it out for the first time. Like I have to have some sort of mental association with something else.
Mhm,
Right.
same.
Either it's something that my friend showed me, and I'm like, oh,
yeah,
I have people who like I know who listen to this, so I can talk about it, right? And I feel like I'm like participating in something when I do it, right?
yeah, that makes sense.
And then like anime music is part of that category because I don't know, you guys listen to it, and also like I have the association with the show when I'm listening to it, so it's like, oh, nice, this is good. Reminds me of when I was watching that, made me cry. Anohana, let's go.
Let's go.
Exactly. Let's go.
It's so funny. Like,
Yeah.
like I remember I was telling who was it? It was Hammy and then a few other people from our group, and I was talking about Anohana, and none of them had seen it. And I was like, dude, and I played the OP in the Discord. I was like, guys, listen to this. And I was like, can't you just tell that this is going to be sad anime? Like, can't you just tell you're going to cry when you listen to this song? And I had already seen the show. And they're like, no, I literally can't tell, right?
No.
I was like, what? It's so obvious. But, like, it's just one of those moments that happen sometimes when, like, it's that association. You made that brain link once you
Aw,
already
man.
watched the show.
I think his
and you're
internet
like,
cut out.
fuck.
That's sad.
What?
Wait, did my internet cut out?
Yeah,
No.
my internet cut out. What the hell?
What?
Let's
For
go.
that guy.
Yeah, yeah, disclaimer is that my internet has been kind of shitty the last couple of days, so I might be in and out. But it looks like Cooper can't hear us right now.
Damn, rip that guy.
Yeah.
Dude literally has a broken internet.
Okay. I'm gonna keep talking. Can you like
Hmm.
tell him to like leave and join back or something?
I'm back.
Yeah,
guys.
sure.
I'm
Oh, he's back. Let's
okay,
go.
nice. Let's go.
Alright, nice.
Okay, sorry about the technical difficulties, guys.
Yeah,
but,
I literally have
yeah.
no idea what was that, but let's just keep going.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anyway, I was just talking about the Anohana OP, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, so this is so sad, right? Can you guys tell? And they're like, no, it's literally just a normal song, right? And I was thinking about like that like part of the opening where like the very beginning where like the guitar is playing and it shows them as babies or like kids, and then it shows them
Yeah.
as like teens right after, and I was like, oh my god, this is so sad. And I was like, it's like that association.
Yeah,
that
it's
was made.
more than the sum of its parts when you have 'em make those
Right.
associations.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like songs in them like just by themselves can obviously be really good and good enough for me to want to listen to them, right? Like it happens all the time where I'm just randomly doing something and I hear a song, like maybe in a game or maybe I have no mental
Like,
association.
yeah, you're
with
just
it. It's
walking down the
playing-
street and you
Yeah,
hear
it's
it,
just
and it's like,
playing
that's good.
at the local mall or something, right? And you're like, wow, that's a really good song. But then like when you have it associated to something epic or like just like interesting that you like or cool,
Something
all of a sudden,
emotional.
it's so, yeah, exactly. It's so much more emotional and cool or hype or whatever.
Yeah, it's like that classic, like, oh, like you're gonna remember the song that you listened to with your first dance
Yeah.
or whatever, you know?
Right. And I
Mhm.
think that's exactly why I had so many phases of listening to so much anime music, because coincidentally, well, not coincidentally, but at the same time, I was also watching so much anime during those periods, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then like
Especially-
at the same time, like on the other side of the coin, I guess, there are sort of phases where I don't watch as much anime, and I also find myself not really listening to as much anime music because I'm just not really in the vibe, you know?
True.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting how that works. Yeah,
Yeah, psychological thing, I guess.
because I definitely had one of those periods myself where it was just,
Right.
you know, anime was the coping mechanism for spending way too much time doing school.
Yeah,
So
for
if
sure.
you listen to anime music while grinding school, it sort of makes you feel better about what you're doing.
Yeah, it's like that thing I mentioned like a few episodes ago where I don't know if you guys remember. I was like, yeah, like I'd be writing a test in like 8th grade, and I'd be like listening. That would be like in my head singing Naruto hype music because I'm like, Naruto can do this, I can do this, that kind of
You'd
thing.
have an anime moment.
Yeah, those like cringe anime moments that you have when you're like 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's the same thing. But yeah. Wait, are you still with us, Cooper?
Yeah, I'm with you guys.
Oh, okay,
Mhm.
cool. I thought I heard like something. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, that's why I listen to anime music so much, and I feel like some shows are actually like genuinely just like made better by their soundtracks.
Oh
True.
yeah, definitely.
Made in
I can
Abyss,
think of a lot.
key
Yeah.
example. Obviously,
Yeah, the prime example of Made in Abyss.
we all
I mean,
know
Kevin
about
Penkin
that.
is a genius.
Oh yeah, absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and you know what? I thought that I was a Kevin Penkin stan, like really like top 1% type of guy, right?
1%
Apparently
Kevin
not.
Penkin
After all
stands.
those,
Yeah,
when the Spotify top of the year stuff came out,
right.
I wasn't
Spotify
even in like the
Wrapped
top
stuff.
like 5% of Kevin Penkin listeners.
Yeah, me neither. And you know what? Even my brother, who listens to a lot of things by him, and also Yuki Hayashi, who does like a bunch
Your
of like
brother listens to Kevin Penkin?
I think I don't think he like does it thinking I know who Kevin Penkin is. He just like knows the songs from like certain shows.
Oh, he's watched Made
Nice.
in Abyss. Holy,
I don't
man.
I don't think he's actually watched Made in Abyss. I don't know why
What?
Kevin.
So the
I don't even know,
soundtrack
dude.
transcends the show itself, I guess.
But Kevin Penkin has also done soundtracks for a few other really good shows. I forget which ones though.
Shield Hero, Tower of God, I think. Both of those were Kevin Penkin.
Yeah, he did. He definitely did do Tower of God. Anyway, point being, Kevin Penkin's a goat.
Yep.
Facts.
And like that guy's musical abilities literally just enhance anime. Like just literally level it up. It's just so broken. Like it's so good.
He's coming back for second season of Shield Hero as well. He's making more
Really?
music. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I mean,
Let's
to be
go.
honest, I don't actually put the Shield Hero soundtrack on loop when I'm doing whatever. I've never actually heard it outside the show, but still
Yeah.
pretty hype. I don't know.
Sometimes the OP I put on, but or both the OPs.
Oh yeah, the OP.
Wasn't that kind of a meme? I'm trying to remember what the line was.
I'm sitting in this fur.
Yeah, I'm sitting in this fur. Sitting in this fur. I don't even know what the line is supposed to mean. Like, what
It's
is
like
it?
Rise Up in This
Oh.
World, I think, is the actual
Oh,
line.
Really? Yeah.
God, I love English
Man.
so
But it's just
much.
like in English.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
it's
That's the other
Japanglish.
great thing about anime, like just anime music. It's like,
Oh, it's so
Oh my
cringe
God.
though.
Wait, Carter, you
Yeah.
know German to some degree, right?
Yeah.
Does that make the Attack on Titan OPs kind of cringe? Because
Surprisingly, they're well spoken some of the time.
really,
They're actually like not terrible. Like I can listen to that and be like, oh yeah, I can recognize those as words that like make sense.
Mm.
But some of the time they just use like wrong grammar or just
Oh.
sometimes straight out the wrong word. But like, but like most of the time it's not bad for the Attack on Titan OPs.
oh god, we're gonna have to get into Attack on Titan at some point.
Dude,
So at
I don't
some
want to get
point,
into it. I don't
today-
want to get into it right now. I don't want to get into it right now, but we're gonna have to get into it at some point.
At some point today we'll get into it.
Let's save it, I guess. Let's save it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, in case nobody knows, for some reason, the final season of Attack on Titan is already airing, so
Yeah.
check that out.
I am more hyped about this than I've been hyped about anything in a long time. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But
So yeah,
Not right
please
now.
watch it, people.
watch us first.
What were we even talking about?
We were talking about. Well,
Oh,
what
yeah,
were we
like
talking
terrible
about?
English.
Weird English. Yeah, weird.
Yeah,
English
yeah,
in-
weird
in
English.
Like
yeah.
really
anime songs.
jarring English and anime songs.
Yeah, I feel like it's really easy, like, to just kind of say things on top of when they're speaking English in those songs, because like not only is the pronunciation really bad, but then like they also sometimes just use like wrong words, right? Like if you've seen any, I mean, I know you've seen stuff, Cooper, because you literally live there, but
I
like
mean, yeah.
even like the marketing stuff, like you see
Oh
signs.
yeah. Even like signs in like
shirts.
public transit. Like there's signs in the train stations that are incorrect grammar of English. Like
Yeah,
I don't know.
and,
like
like
I feel like you could make a living just going to Japan and like
Correcting the
advertising a
grammar?
business where you just correct English used for like public appearances
that's
and stuff.
actually a thing. That's actually a thing.
Really?
I'd do it.
So
Dude, if that's a
well,
thing, why is there so much
kinda.
broken English? And
Well, kind of, right? So basically, credit to Abroad in Japan. That guy's channel is amazing.
okay.
One of his favorite things to talk about in his videos on YouTube is like kind of yeah, this type of thing, like this broken English that you find everywhere. Sometimes it's kind of done on purpose / they don't really care. Other times it's actually a serious problem, should be fixed. And
I mean, yeah.
And you know what? Actually, in one of his podcasts, I think earlier this month, he was talking to his co-host about how there's like this organization of Japanese students that kind of like they went abroad to I think the US or like English speaking places and learned English like well, and then they realized holy shit, that's a problem, like
like all the
like
the Japan English
like
back
some
home is
businesses are probably actually losing money, and like international relations can be like actually bad if like they mess up bad enough, you know?
yeah.
Like it's genuinely, there are some cases where there's some unique cases where it actually matters, like not like a shirt, but like I don't know, like dealing with foreign things or just like businesses, all sorts of things, help
Or like
with tourism,
like safety
right?
signs or stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly, right? So like there's cases where it's actually important, and so I'm not sure if they're like a volunteer organization or if they're paid like business. I can't really remember. But I feel like it's a more volunteer type thing that would happen. But yeah, they offer their services to like people that basically need help with English and they can't find anyone to do it. And like, okay, well, we're Japanese people who know English well, and we'll fix your English so that someone doesn't jump off the cliff because you accidentally forgot the knot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, do jump off cliff. Let's go.
Yeah,
So
sounds
we're trying to
reasonable.
go to Japan to find the sign to jump off the cliff.
Yeah. But yeah, like there's so many things. I really love like the shirts and hats that you can find in like random Japanese department stores.
Oh, and the English is bad. I feel like
Yeah, the English is really bad.
that adds some kind of charm to it.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely a charm to that.
And
So
you know,
I definitely don't think
the
that should be
reverse of
fixed.
that exists too. Like, you know how like
Yeah.
it's like hype where to start putting like Japanese katakana on your sleeve.
Yeah.
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 Some of that is so broken.
Really?
Yeah, like
I'm
it's
pretty sure I own that like PlayStation shirt, right?
yeah.
And I remember I asked you to read it, and like you were reading it, and I'm pretty sure you said like it. You know, it says PlayStation, but like it just doesn't say it right.
Yeah, it doesn't do it the right way. Like
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know. It's Japanglish. I don't know. I don't even know what to say about that. It's just bad.
It's so good though. It's so bad, but so good.
It's really campy. I feel like it has charm.
And like you also see like similar things like in anime, like not only the music and like in like the way in real life with the clothes and the signs and everything, but like also like sometimes they say things and like there's so many cases, dude, where I've wondered, like there's probably a reason for this and I just don't know it, but like why don't they get some like person who actually speaks English decently to like do the English lines, like whenever there's an American person or if like the few anime that have the president of the United States in them
Oh.
and he doesn't even know how to speak English. I was like, dude, please, man. Like, I every single time I've thought, dude, like they could have asked me to do it.
And it
And,
would have been.
like-
You don't even have to be
Yeah.
a voice
Yeah.
actor. You just
Yeah,
have to be
'cause, like,
some
they
guy
never
to read
because
lines.
the lines in English are never like long enough for it to matter. You know, like it's like if it was the entire
they're never
show
super
that there's like a
important.
main character that speaks English. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter. So I feel like they could literally pick up a tourist off the street and like be like, "Hey, I'll give you $50, and you want to be in our anime?"
You want to like
Like,
say one
and-
line maybe?
It
Yeah,
kind
do you want to say one line in English?
it kind of pulls you out of it too, because I remember trying to watch The Great Pretender, and the beginning of the first episode where they're trying to speak English. It's just
Yeah.
I don't like they even comment on it. They're like, "Oh, your accent is very strange," but
Oh,
even the
that's what
guy with
that
like the
clip's
French
from?
accent sounded like it was weird.
Yeah, the guy who spoke English well sounded bad.
Yeah, it's like, guys,
Yeah.
are you
So
serious? Like,
please,
I've
please.
seen that clip so many times. I had no idea what that was from. Thought it was like an
Yeah,
old
and-
anime. Never mind.
No. You should watch that. It's really good. But anyway,
That clip's funny though. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I seriously wonder because like they got to be paying these actors, right? Like these voice actors.
I mean, for sure,
Mhm.
like they're not gonna
like even if you're only saying like a few lines, like you're an extra, right? Extras typically get paid, don't they?
hmm
Yeah.
Like they get some sort of compensation.
hmm
And so like I'm wondering like dude, like so many people would just do that job for free and probably just better. So I'm just wondering like why. I mean, I guess
Well, you're not gonna
Yeah,
find a lot of
there's
people
probably-
who speak like really good English in Japan,
true.
right?
Dude, Fiverr.
Fiverr.
Go on. A
Does a
professional
Japanese
anime
corporation
studio.
even know what Fiverr is? Like
Would-
sometimes
would
we
they
don't even know if
use
they understand what
Fiverr?
the internet works. Like
huge Japanese businesses getting their actors off of Fiverr.
Let's
Yikes.
go.
Yeah, I guess there'd have to be a way, and like if there's a guy, like there's probably some guy who speaks Japanese and English like really well, like he's born in like the US and he learned Japanese, and he's like super high market value in the anime voice acting industry because everyone wants him for both Japanese and like English roles.
Mm-hmm.
But like he's super like expensive because of that. Like maybe that's a thing. I don't know.
Maybe.
I'd like to know though.
Yeah,
Are there
that'd
any
be pretty
voice actors out there, and you know why? Let us know.
Yeah, come on the podcast if you're a voice actor
Yeah.
yourself and you want to talk about it. We'll
Yeah,
do.
I've actually been following a few voice actors on our Twitter.
Oh, really?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and one of them liked our most recent tweet.
Yeah, the one about not
Big
having an
time.
episode. The one of 2 likes that we got on there.
No, the one being like, "Hey, so exams are done and Christmas is done. Sounds like the perfect time to record an episode." ...
Nice.
Let's go, man.
But I don't know like what he's voice acted for. I don't know if he's an anime voice actor, or just a voice actor, and I don't know like, I have no idea. But like, yeah,
He might just
I'm
be
basically just trying to
an
like reach out. a
aspiring
lot.
voice actor. Yeah.
Yeah, it might be like an aspiring voice actor who's done a few like parts for like indie games or something. I don't know,
Mm,
but even that would be cool.
yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean, even indie games are getting really high, like production these days. I don't know.
Mhm.
True. I know what
That's
you're thinking
true.
about too.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So basically, to the viewers, Steam sale right now.
Mhm.
For Christmas holidays, and I was like, hey, I really like roguelike games. We did a game episode already, but I'm just gonna talk about this because it's just
Go
been
ahead, man.
like half my life for a while.
Oh yeah, for sure. Me too.
And I saw Hades. Yeah, the god. Yeah. And so I'm like, okay, let's try this out. It's a roguelike game. It's a nominee for Game of the Year. Has really, really high reviews. And I've heard a boomer actually talk about that game before. And I was like, dude, if the boomer liked it, I gotta try it, right?
Gotta be
Wait,
good. though.
Anis, I think I just remember something from like my deep memories, like locked away in the
Really?
bottom of my brain. Yeah.
Wait, what?
This was I think grade 12 biology, and we
Really?
were watching something on YouTube, and there
Ah.
was a trailer that we had to watch before we watched like the actual like learning YouTube video, and it was literally like the Hades beta on YouTube.
No way.
Was it?
Yeah, I
Wasn't it an
swear
early
to
access
God,
game
it
for
was
a while?
I think it was. I remember seeing that ad and the teacher asking somebody in our class like, "Hey, X person, you're a gamer. Do you know what this is?" And they're like, "No."
You're a gamer.
You're a gamer.
That's cringe.
I don't know why I just remember that. I swear to God, we actually
Let's
saw
go.
that trailer in
you-
biology class.
Probably. Dude,
Okay.
that's crazy. But yeah, coincidentally, I ended up buying the game, and
Yeah.
it's really fun, and the story's so good. And right, it's just a random indie game, right? And it has really good music, and the combat
Mhm.
is really fast paced and interesting.
Really good voice acting too.
Yeah, the voice acting is fantastic, which is probably why you thought of bringing this up in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
And like it was just really fun, right? And a really good roguelike game. And then Cooper also bought it.
Oh
and
yeah,
then
I'm having
we
a
just-
whale.
yeah.
I'm having a whale right now.
Yeah, and we've
A
just been
whale.
both playing that for a while. But yeah, what else have we been playing? I'm trying to figure out because like we have a bit of time now in
I
this,
mean-
in this holiday season. I mean, we've been playing a bit of Minecraft,
A bit of Monster Hunter got started, and then like we just didn't play it for 2 days because
just
Christmas
hit me up,
happened.
man. Just hit me up. I'm
Yeah,
trying
yeah, I
play
want
Monster
to play
Hunter,
it. I
man.
want to play it. I'm just waiting. Like, I wanted to see
Why-
if anyone else still wanted to play because, like, I want to play.
Why
it,
don't we
but-
just do that after we're done recording? I will literally. I'm literally gonna hop in a
Literally
call.
play Monster Hunter. Let's go. But like, everyone has
Yeah.
to progress at the same speed, or else like people get lost behind.
That's just not exactly true.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that you guys can still play co-op even if you're like at different points of the main quest.
Yeah, but like
So
replaying
just
against
weird.
the same
I don't
ones,
know, man,
man.
but,
I don't
like-
know. we'll
Yeah,
figure it
it's
out. We'll figure it
complicated.
out.
yeah,
I
you
think
guys will figure
they
it out.
did it better in the earlier Monster Hunter games, but yeah.
I agree. Yeah, the earlier Monster Hunters on the DS were so good.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I didn't even play through, like I didn't even ever own one, right? My friend liked it so much that every time I went to his house, he would like because you didn't actually have to own the game to play, right? pretty
Really?
sure-
I don't know that.
Wait, no, was it that or was it? Oh no, sorry. I'm dumb.
Okay.
That was a
okay.
Zelda game. That was the Zelda Link game where you had like the 3 links that would go. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
that
yeah,
called?
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
called
that
Four
one.
Swords.
The
Four
Triforce
Swords.
Heroes?
Yeah. No. Triforce
Triforce
Heroes.
Heroes?
It was, like,
Triforce
inspired by
Heroes.
Four Swords. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
Carter,
okay, I
we-
hated that
when
one.
we
That was
get
crazy.
Triforce Heroes, play it for
Ye-
like literally a day and then just
Yeah.
sell it
Yeah,
back
we
to
just
EG.
shelved
because
it for
Only
for
one
like,
guy needs to get the
goddamn-
game, and then all the other like links can just like
you can just like
Lamp, right?
what's that called? Yeah.
I forget what it was called, but yeah. But
It's
like
like red
basically the
something.
Monster Hunter, he would give me his copy of Monster Hunter every time I came up, and I would start a new save. And like I didn't give a shit about like actually following the quest or anything, and I would just like play that shit so much and get gear and like have like cool dragon weapons and stuff. I'm like, dude, I'm sick. So I never really like learned anything about Monster Hunter and like what I was supposed to do. I tried Worlds like a few years ago when we tried it back then.
Let me just get the game. We'll play. Come on. It's
I
on sale.
Come on,
don't
man, let's
know.
go. It's
I
on
didn't really
sale,
like it
20
that
bucks,
much.
man.
I didn't really like it that much.
Okay.
What you?
I still played it. I still got like in like probably like a good 15 hours though before I stopped playing it.
Okay, that's not bad.
But yeah, right now I'm just rotating between like boredom and just like staring at my computer.
Boredom and more boredom.
Not even listening to music during the boredom, or
No,
boredom?
no, I haven't listened to music in a few weeks actually.
actually,
at
me,
all.
me
What?
too. I find
haven't listened to
music always
music?
finds me. Music always finds me in like
When I'm-
my most difficult parts of life. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
That's crazy.
I haven't opened Spotify in at least a week.
When
I
I
have
was the
Spotify
most
open right
down
now.
bad, when I was the most down bad I've ever been in my entire life, that's when I bought the Spotify subscription and started branching out my music tastes into like hip hop and rap and like modern pop and stuff.
Yeah,
That is crazy.
That's when I
Damn.
discovered that.
I listen to music literally every day.
I mean, you also listen to
Wow.
like 8 hours of like peaceful waves noises and like
Yeah, when I go to
crickets and
sleep,
stuff.
yeah. But I haven't done that
Do
since.
you fall asleep to that every night?
No, I haven't done that in like 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Cause like, I was like, you know what? It kind of ruined my my top 2020, like my top songs 2020.
Oh yeah.
Like
so you
eight
don't
of
wanna ruin it
those,
anymore.
8 of those are like things I fall asleep to, and I'm like, you know, I don't want to ruin that anymore, so I just stop doing
You
it.
should just use YouTube then or something.
Dude, does it even
Yeah.
matter? Like nobody really cares that much about your top 20.
Nah,
No,
dude,
but like I
no,
want to
no, no,
have
no.
more stuff in my top 2020 that I've
Ta-
actually
take
listened
it
to.
from me, right? Because I was using a shared account for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and then like right at the end of the year, I got fed up of using a shared account and like, and getting kicked off my account all the time.
Yeah.
So I bought my own account. And so at the end of 2020, like Spotify Wrapped, I got like a bunch of things that I was listening to like 3 years ago when I used the second account like as my main account,
Yeah.
and like a bit of the stuff I was listening to in like the last month of 2020. But like it wasn't actually representative, and I was actually kind of mad because I was going through it and I was like, wow, I just don't care. So I just closed it. But if it actually was representative of what I listened to, I feel like I would have liked it a lot more, and I was disappointed.
I'm not gonna
So-
lie. This is kind of a hot take, but I didn't really care much about it. Like
didn't
even,
care?
even even though it like perfectly represented everything I've listened to in the past year, I was like, all right, cool.
Man,
Like
you're taking it for granted.
Damn, I'm vibing.
maybe I
vibing.
am, but like mine was weird, man. Like number one was Kanye because I discovered
Oh,
Kanye and I
nice.
listened to all of his stuff.
Yeah.
Number
go.
two was Kevin Penkin, and then it was a bunch of like the top trending artists of the past decade. Like I don't know, like the guy who made Igor, what's his name?
What? I'm sorry, I'm uncultured.
I don't know, man. Yeah.
I'm
What?
uncultured. Oh, you probably
I'm
had
not.
the weekend in
I'm
there. I
not
know you listened
normie
to that guy
enough,
a
man. I
lot.
don't know.
The Weekend? No.
No,
Oh
I
yeah,
said I
sorry,
think you probably
sorry,
had
yeah,
him.
yeah.
Yeah.
I had the Weekend, but like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, just basically like
Right.
Earthquake was my number 2 song of the year.
sure.
Like I was
yeah.
living in like last year. Like
Yeah, dude, I don't know. My relationship with music is so.
it's really on and off. I feel.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
That
I find that like over summer breaks, I hardly ever listen to music.
you're blowing my mind
like-
right now. I don't understand it.
Really?
I can't
but, like-
comprehend it.
and it's not that I don't like music, right? It's like obviously I do. It's like and if I find a song that I really like, I'll specifically go out of my way to listen to that. But I like to listen to music while doing other things, right? If I'm doing nothing, I won't listen to music, right? I'll just be laying around doing nothing. And so when I'm doing school, it's a perfect time, right? If I'm watching something, which is what I do in a lot of my free time, right? Real talk anime, I'm watching anime. So I'm not going to listen to music while doing that, and then I'm not going
True,
to listen
yeah.
to music while trying to fall asleep.
Oh, I do that all the
even
time.
when you're doing like school and stuff, right? I feel like a lot of
Yeah.
the time it's just distracting.
You think so? I listen to it most of the time when I'm doing school, but it depends if I need to focus really, really hard, you know?
Most of these days, it's just been focusing really, really hard.
Like I can
Okay,
only
well,
really
then
listen
do
to
you
like
just listen to lo-fi hip-hop then?
Yeah, either lo-fi hip
oh my
hop
god,
okay.
or
yeah.
like
lo-fi
nothing
hip-hop
at
and
all.
like classic like like relaxing nice anime stuff. Like I don't know, like Kevin Penkin or like those compilations you'll find on
Yeah,
YouTube.
I
If
know
it
what you
has
mean.
lyrics, like I can't listen to it while I'm trying
Yeah.
to like think.
Exactly,
If it
Right?
because I'm
has
just going to
lyrics
sing
and-
along.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
know about singing along, but like it's like somebody's talking in my ear while I'm trying to focus. That's what it's like. It's like
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
I start thinking about the lyrics and I start like singing a little bit. Yeah.
I just
So.
vibe too hard, and
you
it
just can't
sort of
focus as hard.
distracts me from my work. Yeah.
I
Mhm.
definitely agree that for lo-fi hip hop, it's good, and especially because like I'm always go out of my way not to save lo-fi hip hop songs, because that means I'm gonna listen to them again at some point, and I'm gonna start to recognize them. And if I recognize a song, I'm gonna know how it goes.
Does
I'm gonna start,
anybody
thinking
save
about the-
lo-fi hip hop songs? I didn't think
I
that's a
don't-
thing.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know.
I don't think
You just
anyone
put on the
saves
lo-fi hip hop
lo-fi.
radio and just vibe.
Yeah, I literally just go to the radio, and I don't like anything. I don't I just shuffle and
Lo-fi is
and
like a
then forget.
stream
Mhm.
of music. It just goes in one ear and out the other,
Yeah,
and it just
exactly.
flows through.
Yeah, it's just something to keep you company while you're isolated in your room for the
That's a good way to
Keep
put
you-
it.
176th
Keep you
hour
distracted
for-
from everything that's been happening for like the last 6 months.
Yeah.
Or
6
like
months,
almost,
dude. We're coming
well,
up
like,
on
we're
like
going on
9.
10 months at this point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, holy. But anyway,
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about that. It's gonna make me depressed.
Oh my
but
God.
yeah,
This
my-
actually never mind.
yeah.
I was
don't talk about COVID. Don't talk about COVID.
It's-
This is too
Yeah.
sad. But yeah, so yeah, I don't listen to music a lot outside of like lo-fi while studying, or like maybe sometimes while gaming if I'm not really tryharding in like a certain game and I don't really care about the music or the sounds in the game, then it's fine.
True.
But yeah, but like it's so weird too, because like this is gonna sound kind of cringe, but like I've always been a musical person in the sense that like I've always like really liked playing and also like thinking about music in terms of like like thinking about like the way the song was made and like the beats and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
I always just
Mhm.
like
Yeah, I
whistle
get
a lot
that.
and like hum.
Yeah.
But I never
Yeah.
had an iPod or anything that I would listen to music
Uh-huh.
with. And like
Oh,
the
really?
first
No.
no,
Okay.
I was always like, whenever anybody like until like the age of like high school, people would be like, "Oh, what kind of music do you like?" And I'd be like, I don't know, like
You'd be
video
like,
game stuff, I guess."
Or
Or like what the music.
Actually, I can relate to that. I can relate to that though. I can relate to that.
And then like I don't know, it wasn't until like I guess like grade 12 when I first made a playlist, and it wasn't it was on YouTube, and I go back to that playlist and literally half the songs are just unlisted now or just deleted off of YouTube.
Oh,
That's what,
yeah.
And then I went like
Damn.
literally just like this year sometime I got Spotify and I actually have a 1,000 playlist or 1,000
go.
song long playlist. I'm actually
welcome
cultured
to the club.
now. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Like I even had like back when I was still like a music student, right? Like I still
Mhm.
like I wanted to like seriously I wanted to take making music seriously. Like I played a bit of piano like self-taught, and then I also played the flute at school.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And so I would like think about ways that I could like record stuff. I didn't have a good mic or anything. I had like a shitty like I didn't even have a mic as good as my current headset mic, which is also worse than the mic that I'm using right now. Technically, I mean, it kind of sounds just as good, but whatever. And my point there is like I was just using like a shitty way to record myself, and then I would like play some music on my flute, and then obviously it wouldn't sound good because like you're recording. It's just a bad like makeshift studio, like not a studio at all, right? Shitty mic, everything. And then I'd like record myself like doing like a few chords on a piano. I'd like sing some sort of like ominous lyrics. I'd put them all together, not in like Audacity or some like actual editing software. What was it called? Like Soundtrap or something? There was like some website, in browser website, where you would actually like you could upload files or use their default like I don't know, like default sounds or whatever. And then yeah, it was so bad. That website was so garbage. And my music was also pretty garbage. Like I always like made a lot of drafts and stuff, but I only ever exported as like MP3 files, like a couple things. And I know you guys have heard like a couple of them.
I mean, yeah.
Don't leak.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah. I mean, I'd say the peak song that I ever made was like obviously not good enough to like be like an actual like song, like I don't know, say on like Spotify or anything like that, but like good
Mhm.
enough to like not want to kill yourself while listening to it, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and that was like the peak of me trying to make music. It was so funny too because I was so serious about it. And like I was like trying to take inspiration. I was like big emo artist mode kind of thing.
Okay.
And I would listen to a lot of like random artists that like sort of started like by doing nothing, and then they ended up on the come up, and then they were huge, and then Monster Cat picked them up. That was kind of part of my EDM phase as well,
Okay.
by the way.
All right.
But yeah, anyway, it was so weird. And then now, So you think, right? You think someone like that who like really breaks down and builds up music, analyzes things to the very last beat and the rhythm and everything, and like is basically a musical artist, right? For like half a year, would like
Mm-hmm.
listen to a lot of different types of music and know a lot about different like artists and stuff. Yet I only really listen to EDM and anime music.
And yet here we are.
So it's just kind of funny how
It's crazy too, because
I guess it's ironic.
like I literally got top marks in music class. I got like the music award, and like my taste in music was like anime music, and that
And
was
like jazz.
and like I guess
Let's
like
go.
jazz, but I didn't
You
even
listen to do a bunch of jazz for like a while.
I only
You like
listened to jazz
jazz?
because my teacher said that if you listen to jazz, then you can play jazz better, and that had nothing to do with actual music class. So
Yeah, yeah, fair enough,
Hmm.
dude.
Yeah.
Wow, I kind of feel bad now.
I don't even really
I feel
listen
like
to jazz anymore.
I feel like I kind of disgraced jazz, like not jazz music,
Honestly, like kind of, yeah.
Yeah, same.
like not just the teacher and his teachings and everything, but also just like the entire
Yeah.
concept of music.
But I feel
Like,
like I feel like nowadays I have a lot more respect for just like the average artist. Like even just like if it's like they're
Yeah.
like a pop artist or like a,
Yo,
like a
you're right,
whatever,
you're
right?
right.
Like
Hmm.
that takes so much, right? Like
Yeah,
when I was like young, right? When I was like probably in elementary
Yeah.
school, I'd be like, "You pop music? That's so boring and easy. It's literally like the same progression."
you're
over
actually a
and
So
normie.
boring.
Holy
Yeah,
fuck!
like I knew
He's
what I was
like,
talking
wait,
about, right?
Taylor Swift, dude. Who the fuck names their kid Taylor?
Yeah, but nowadays,
That-
like,
that-
oh,
that's how
damn,
I used to
like,
see stuff
it
like that.
actually takes away more than you'd ever imagine, right?
Right.
Like you gotta
Yeah.
have, right? So
Yeah, even like certain like celebrities or artists in like that like kind of like I want to say like go crazy in the sense where like they have like maybe a kind of a phase where where like no one knows what the fuck is going on. Like certain artists have done that. Like I
This
can
is
think
go
of Taylor Swift
literally
and Kanye,
insane.
who are sort of just like
Kanye
weird
just like
sometimes.
lost his mind.
Yeah, like sometimes they just lose their mind and they're just weird. And I'm just like, dude, you know what? Like up until pretty recently, honestly, like I felt like, okay, yeah, must be mental illness or something. Like these guys just had it coming, right? But now, like I think about it, it's like, dude, music industry is pretty crazy, and
It
there's
is,
a lot of
yeah.
other stuff, and plus, like you're already super successful, and all the stress of everything is like, dude, it's so difficult to be an artist, and then on top of that, a successful artist. I'm like, dude, it's just wow, yikes.
speaking of Taylor Swift, apparently she has a new album.
I heard about it.
I was
What's it called?
talking.
Like,
I don't know what it's called, but I was talking to my
Yeah, I
dad,
forget.
right? My literally like
Yeah.
60-year-old plus dad,
Mhm.
and he was telling me about this album, and he's like, "You know what?
What'd he
This
say?
might be the album of the decade." The decade just started, and he's like, "This is the album of the
What?
decade."
No way.
Oh no!
And he's like, "Yeah, I know what you're thinking. I was thinking the same thing." He's like, "Oh, Taylor Swift. Oh, it's just a pop artist." And he's like, "Nah, man. Like, she is an artist, and everyone else is just a pop singer. Like, this is another
Wow.
level of good.
Damn,
Every
he
song is
really
good."
likes Taylor Swift, huh?
No, he literally doesn't ever listen to Taylor Swift. Just apparently there's something
What?
that hits different about this album. I haven't checked it out
Wow.
yet though.
I might listen to it, but knowing my taste in music, I
I-
probably won't.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I don't think I will. But if it somehow ends up playing through my ears somehow,
If I'm walking
I'll
through a
listen.
store and I hear it and
Yeah.
it sounds good, I'll be like, oh, okay, cool.
yeah.
I don't
Maybe
know,
one
man.
day I'll be somewhere and I'll hear a song and I'll be with someone. I'll be like, "Yo, what's the song? Do you know?" And they'll be like, "Yo, it's that 2020 Taylor Swift album of the year."
Album of the decade.
Album of the
Yeah,
decade.
album of the decade. And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I actually know. I knew it. I
Like,
knew it.
oh,
He
that's
was
crazy.
right."
It was pretty
There's gonna
good.
be
was right.
nothing in the next 9 years that's ever gonna be better than this album.
Well, it's probably better than a whole lot of red, but
Oh my god. I don't even want to talk about it.
okay, yeah, let's move on. I didn't even listen to it. I just heard stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But yeah, that's music. I feel like there's
That's
more we can say
music.
about music.
Well, yeah, about the fact that like somehow you don't just listen to music on a daily basis, which is still weird to me because
Dude,
every day I listen.
Neither
to
do I,
music.
man. Neither do
No,
I. It's
I'm
just-
pretty sure you're weird. Like,
Am I weird? Am I the weird one? Like
I don't
whenever
know.
I'm doing
Maybe get some
almost
external-
anything,
Okay, let's
I'm listening
let's
to
run
music.
through like a day in the life, okay?
Okay.
Especially on break. I wake up, right? I'm gonna go
Yeah.
eat breakfast. I'm in
Sure.
the kitchen getting my breakfast. Am I gonna have my
Mhm.
headphones in when I'm doing that? Probably not.
no.
Probably not. Okay. I go
No.
upstairs. I have my
Okay.
breakfast. What do I want to do? I'm gonna watch YouTube. Am I gonna be listening to music while I watch like I don't know, like Gigguk or something? Probably not. Okay.
No.
Okay. Okay.
I'm done my breakfast. I want to do something. The boys are on Discord. I hop in there. I put on Hades and I start playing that. Am I gonna listen
Yeah.
to music while I'm doing Hades? probably not. Okay, so
Okay.
I'm done
Okay,
playing Hades,
okay.
right? And it's
Yeah.
like whatever o'clock, and now it's time to game with the boys, and we're doing Overwatch. Am I gonna play
Okay.
music? Maybe, but you know what? Maybe I'm not feeling like there's anything I really want to listen to, so probably not. Okay. And then
Yeah.
it's like
Okay.
whatever. It's like whatever
Yeah.
o'clock. It's time to sleep. I'm just gonna like watch some YouTube while I'm like scrolling through Instagram or whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
And
And
then
then you just go to sleep.
and then the whole day goes by and you haven't listened to music
Yeah.
once. Like,
Yeah. Yo, you just described it perfectly.
Maybe I am the weird one. What the fuck?
Why? How about you? What's the difference?
Okay, so a normal day, I'll basically wake up. Most of the time, I'll go downstairs and like grab something to eat. Right? Obviously, you don't
Right.
listen to music while you're getting stuff to eat.
Sure.
So either way, I end up at my computer either after grabbing breakfast or not. If I'm sitting there eating, sometimes I'll either watch like anime or I'll
Yeah.
like go on YouTube, which occasionally, yeah, I'll just like find a cover on my recommended. I'll be like, oh, let's
Sure,
listen to
sure,
this. So I'll like listen to
sure.
the cover
But
and
that's
then there'll be
different.
more
That's
covers and
different. I mean,
stuff.
like Spotify playlist running. You know?
Yeah,
yeah,
it keeps,
that's
it
what I
keeps
mean.
going though. It keeps going.
I'll click on a whatever on YouTube.
Yeah, I'll
but-
click on whatever song videos too.
Sometimes it'll be songs that slap, and what's
Okay.
what's interesting is that throughout certain parts of the day, my vocal range is different at the beginning than it is at the end, which I think for a lot of people is the same thing. So sometimes if I want to like sing a song that only
Oh.
fits a certain part of my vocal range during a certain part
Yeah.
of the day, sometimes that's in the
Just
morning.
surprise it.
Yeah, legit. So I'll literally just be like sitting there. I'll be
Yeah.
like, yeah, all right,
Yo.
I can sing this song in this karaoke at like maybe like 10 a.m. on a certain day because my voice
That's
is
the
the right
thing
range
I don't
for
get.
it.
You guys are singing along, dude. There's a reason I'm wearing headphones when I listen to this music. I'm not
My
trying to like.
door is closed. I have enough confidence in it being.
You
Like,
guys
no one
know
there? No,
that
I
I
don't care.
literally give zero fucks about
Yeah, I know.
mean, yeah.
We know.
about how screaming and it's
How
like,
loud you are in
Well,
your
you
house.
literally got a
From
text
my
from your
room.
dad. It's like,
You'd
please
Yeah.
be like, shut
be
up.
quiet.
yeah, like literally. So when I was not living at home, roommates never really said anything. I don't know if it's because
I was
I don't-
never really bothered. Like every now and
Yeah.
then I'd be grinding hard and you just be on like Discord or whatever and be like, dude, doesn't he have work to do or something? Like, Jesus, man. Am I the only
What's
one
this guy
grinding this
doing?
household?
yeah, but then,
But like
then-
it didn't
but
really
then-
bother me that much.
Yeah, but like anyway, no one ever said anything, right?
Mhm.
And I try. Okay, to
Yeah.
be fair, I did try to be a bit conscious of like screaming since I lived in like an apartment building, right? When we
Yeah.
lived together, but like,
I was always a lot
and then-
louder
and then-
when there was nobody home.
yeah. And then now I'm home, and like, yeah, I just let loose, dude. Like, if I'm playing a game and something happens, I'll scream. If it's perfect comedic timing, I will scream at the highest pitch I can, dude. Even if
I
it's
used to
3
be like
a.m..
that. I remember I used to be like that, and my mom and my
yeah,
sister
they thought you
were
had
ta-
Tourette's or something.
Yeah,
right?
they're like, dude, are you like we think you might have Tourette's or something. It's
Oh
like-
my god!
And
I remember
ever
that.
since then, like I guess like subconsciously, I was like, okay, well, I'll just
Like, please,
quiet
man, I
down.
don't have
then.
Tourette's. Yeah, I don't have Tourette's.
Oh,
I'll
no,
just
no.
stop screaming like
Yeah.
a freaking ape, I guess. Like if you
Yeah.
want me
Well,
to.
okay. Like to be fair, right? Like I do try a bit to like, yeah, to chill out, but like I don't know. I feel like I can't control myself sometimes. Like, I feel like I'm in a therapy session all of a sudden, dude. Like,
Oh,
like,
sometimes
I
I
can't
feel like
control
I just
myself
can't
sometimes.
control
Like
myself.
I just scream, and then I get the text from my dad, and he's like, "We're trying to sleep," and I guess like
Mhm.
earlier this year when I was home, I had my setup in the basement, and everyone sleeps upstairs. So maybe when I screamed, or they just wouldn't hear me, and so I would get away with it, and so I got back into the habit of doing it like a lot, and then I came back
Yeah.
upstairs, and then now maybe that's why I just do it and I let loose, and I'm not used to it. But yeah, I don't know. But you know what? To be fair, the TVs around the house and stuff, and like, you know what? Just in general in my house, people are really loud, I feel like. So even at like 2 a.m., if someone's still up and has like a TV on or something, you'll usually hear it from every room.
I hate that.
I've never lived in a loud house. Not
Yeah?
gonna lie. It's
in my
always
entire life.
like sometimes people come like especially when I was in my apartment this year.
Yeah.
Like we'd get visitors and they'd be like,
Yeah.
"Wow, it's really quiet in here. Like it's kind of eerie actually." And it's like I don't know.
Really?
That's
I
just
love
the way it
quiet
is
houses.
on the daily.
I hate when it's too
Isn't
loud in
your
the
house like
house.
somewhat loud, Carter?
Yeah, only whenever I'm trying to like do something that requires people to be quiet, you know.
Let's go.
Yeah. It's like anytime after like 3 p.m. and anytime
Yeah.
before like 10 a.m. Yeah, it's just loud.
Uh,
Between then, people are either at work or
Yeah.
at school or something, and I'm just
they're
here
kinda,
like,
yeah,
wow.
they're kind of peak times for us too. I mean, if like if someone, yeah, like I said, if someone's using the TV or on a phone call, you're guaranteed to have some sort of loudness in the house. And then usually like in the mornings, that's the thing, right? We're on break right now, and I like to sleep in. I mean, I slept in during school too. Let's be real, but but like now I have an excuse, and so I like to sleep in, and then like I'm just dreaming sweet dreams, and all of a sudden I hear yelling and stuff, and I think like something happened, right? I'm like, oh my god, what happens? Fire? Maybe there's a fire, right? I'm like ready to pull out the wooden sword I keep in my closet. and then I get out of bed, right? I rush downstairs. I don't actually do all this because by now I know that it's just someone's on the phone. It's usually just like my parents on the phone or something, or they're just talking to each other. I don't even know.
Talking in person, but loudly.
Yeah, like they're just talking to each other, like at the dinner, or I guess the breakfast table, and they're just talking, and they're like, "Yeah, did you hear? Did you hear about this news?" And like it's just as loud as a fucking firefighter yelling into a house trying to get people out, dude. Like holy
people
fuck.
Who just talk loudly. My brother talks loudly, just regularly.
Yeah, I literally cannot relate whatsoever.
Yo, you know what? When I've gone to your house, you're right. It's quiet.
It's like, always quiet.
Your family's quiet.
I just go downstairs and there's people like quietly watching TV, or like somebody's like on the computer with headphones on or something.
That is blessed. Like, oh my god, dude! I can hear my brother's like. So my brother, he's living with us, but he's living in the basement right now because he's trying to get like a lease, right? Dude, I can hear his TV from the main floor. Holy fuck. Damn, dude, he listens to it so loud.
The good thing for me is that I spend most of my time in my room with my headset on.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
And since our headsets are all like pretty bulky.
And they got noise canceling as well.
Yeah, and they got noise cancellation. I typically don't hear much. So
yeah.
Unless it's like flat out screaming, right? Like I usually won't hear anything most of the day. But then at night and in the morning, sometimes it gets annoying.
So I don't know if it's just me, but like I have a habit of my right earphone, I keep it like slightly pushed back so that I can always hear. No, just always.
Oh.
So I can always hear like with my right ear, which is pointed towards the door. I don't know if other people do that, but like,
dude, I only
that it's just always subconsciously. Like, it's always there.
Like when I'm watching some like NSFW stuff, I'll maybe
you gotta hear to see if the doorknob turns or something.
I'll maybe pull my headset back a little bit so I can hear people walking upstairs.
No, I always have it back slightly.
Sure for that, but no, I don't always have it back. But 100%, if someone comes into my room, like typically, unless I'm like doing something really like high volume, I can hear them, right? Because I'll just be like, I'll pause my video or something. But then like, I don't know. I feel like out of respect and just so I can hear them better, I'll just like move the right earphone and just like hold it. But is it like completely behind your ear? Like it's squishing your ear
it's
forward?
behind my ear.
Oh, not for
or
me,
it's just like it's like partially on your ear.
For me, it's partially on it, like on the. It's just like pushed back by like a centimeter, just like the the ear hole is like exposed. That's it.
Yeah, I guess that makes a pretty big difference.
And like the difference is that like when I hear my voice, it sounds really different with both headphones like covering it versus like not covering it. And I really hate the sound when they're both covered. I hate the sound of my voice when I hear that.
I feel like my voice sounds lower when I have both of them on.
Yeah,
right?
same.
Yeah,
and
same.
I like that. So.
Yeah, I really hate that. So.
Okay, fair enough. Dude, in the mornings too, like you just woke up, you go on your computer, put on the thing, talk, and you just sound like this.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, dude. What happened? I aged 40 years and smoked every single day.
You wake up and your vocal cords relax for 12 hours and you're like, oh,
is your voice not lower?
Not really.
That's crazy.
What?
Nah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's the same.
Think about it tomorrow if you can remember.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'll be waking up at like 2 p.m. anyways, so.
Oh, yeah, true.
I don't know.
Speaking of waking up, remember how we had the conversation about like listening to music?
Yeah.
And how we were like at the first 20% of what I do in a day.
Mm-hmm.
And then we started talking about this stuff.
Oh yeah.
Wait, do you put on music when you're like waking up and stuff?
Not really when I'm waking up. Like so times when I put on music is if I'm working, let's say I'm editing a video, I'll have music on.
Okay,
that makes sense.
If I'm recording, like let's say I'm recording like a Let's Play episode, I have music mod packs so that I have something to listen to.
Oh, okay.
During while I'm recording
I guess like you do a lot more of that stuff than we do, so that makes sense.
Yeah,
like, your lifestyle.
Hey, wait. But editing question though, because like when I edit it, wow, English, holy shit.
Yeah,
When
man.
I whenever I edit these episodes, I always feel like I'll get interrupted too much if I have music, because even if it's quiet, I'm trying to like listen to like the volume. Sometimes I'm trying to listen to see if like there's any like background noise or like subtle things that like I might not normally, you know, hear, or I'd have to focus hard to hear. And so like even if I put the volume high, like I feel like it would just be disruptive to have the music. So like maybe you've gotten to a point since you've been doing this for a while, so like you know, and you just don't really need to listen as much. But like I don't know, how do you listen with music on?
Well, basically, like I never have to change the volume of my voice when I do
Because I
editing,
guess you already
right?
have that like all set up.
It
to,
hasn't
like, control.
changed in 2 years, so
Yeah.
it's been the same for so long. If I had to
So
change
I guess,
something,
I
I'd
guess
be
as
like,
long
what?
as like the sound actually just exists, you're
Yeah,
fine.
the only like I'll have the
No.
sound wave open on Premiere. I'll be able to like see
Yeah.
the sound wave. So if there's something like super
Okay.
weird, I'll notice it. But usually there's almost
Okay.
nothing, and it just sounds like my voice, which I've gotten accustomed to over the years.
Mm.
So
And
basically,
so,
Anis is
yeah.
just bad at editing, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, basically I'm just a
No,
noob.
basically, yeah. Well, that part, yeah, but not the bad at editing. You're okay at editing.
Lamau.
And then whenever I play games, here's the difference. I always put on music when I play games. Almost
What?
always, like any game
Dude,
at all.
how are you supposed to appreciate the soundtrack? Actually,
Uh,
I've already noticed
depends.
things about these
Actually,
because you were playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2 on like the Switch, but in undocked mode. So A, your graphics were absolute dog shit, and B, you weren't even wearing headphones, so the music was absolute dog shit quality. I was kind of triggered actually. You played the entire game
No,
like
you
that.
know what? He probably wasn't even listening to the music. He was probably sitting at his computer or on.
Yeah,
his
he was
phone.
listening to.
Yeah, and listening to like other songs.
yeah, let's
instead.
go.
Oh. I can't
A lot. Okay,
bastardize the entire series like that. I can't
it
believe you.
depends on the
Yeah.
game. If it's a game that I've played before and I've listened to the soundtrack, it depends on the game, of course. But so if I listen to a soundtrack a bunch, then I don't feel like listening to it while I'm playing.
Yeah.
But you
So-
haven't even heard the soundtrack yet, man. You're playing the game for the first time.
No. For games that I play for the first time, I usually will listen to like the soundtrack just
Oh,
because
okay.
I'll have audio on for like sound effects and stuff, right? So the
Right.
soundtrack's usually
Hey, you
there.
know what though? I can sort of understand because like here's an example like Hades.
I'm
I've
gonna
been
be
playing
disappointed.
Hades.
I'm gonna be
No,
disappointed.
don't worry. I really like the soundtrack in Hades, right?
Mhm.
But it's a roguelike, and the whole point of a roguelike is repeating the same stuff over and over again, right? With a few changes or a few buffs or whatever, right?
Mhm.
And
Fair
like
enough.
what ended up happening is that like I'm not tired of the soundtrack per se, but like I'm the soundtrack isn't crazy anymore because I've listened to it so many times and I've done so many runs, right? And so like once you start grinding, like if I was grinding, right, which is basically what I'm doing at this point in my playthroughs because I've already cleared it a few times and I'm just trying to get to like progress the story by clearing it more and more times.
Mhm.
I already know the story. I already know the sound effects.
Mhm.
The audio in that game is kind of important for certain things, but not like usually it's all visual cues. So I'm pretty sure that I could just like turn it off, play something on Spotify instead, just to accompany me on my journey escaping from hell, and
Nice.
and then it'd probably be fine. And you know I could see myself doing that, to be honest.
But you don't, right? Because
I haven't done it, but probably just because I don't care.
yeah,
Not
Hmm.
because like I don't want to listen to music or something.
So for like games like Overwatch, I'll usually put music on in the background.
oh yeah, I
Okay,
mean
okay.
every now and then I'll put it on because I
I
feel
like
like
to do that. Yeah, go
sometimes I
ahead, go
can't
ahead.
focus. Sometimes I can't focus because like we really
Right,
try hard
exactly.
that
That's
shit
true, yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah,
And
sometimes when I'm sweating and I really want to win,
When you
I
have to go
can't listen
gamer
music
mode,
'cause I
you turn
can't-
off the music.
Yeah, because the audio
unless
cues are just
unless
too
it's like the
important.
juicer playlist, you know what I
Juicer.
mean?
yeah. Unless it's like a super hype juice playlist,
like the
right?
the
Probably
gamer
describe
MLG
what the-
compilation music
yeah,
playlist.
MLG
right?
compilation, Fail Army from 2013 compilation. Like, unless you're listening to that, then yeah, I can't listen to music when I'm tryharding.
Mhm. Like it actually gives you a buff. Like that playlist.
It actually does, dude.
That
It actually
playlist
does.
just
Plus
increases your
15%
brain
damage,
speed.
Plus 15% damage. Plus
It
200
literally
IQ.
changes the coding of the game. Like you're just physically more powerful.
Your hardware, like your own like keyboard and mouse, actually just get hacked.
Your GPU just speeds up.
The music sends a signal
Yeah.
to like the Google servers and like the Blizzard
It-
servers and causes
The
a
music overclocks your GPU.
It decreases your latency.
it increases the base specs of your computer itself and actually
Yeah,
just
exactly.
It downloads more RAM for you.
Your base stats are just higher, and it downloads more RAM. So yeah,
Exactly.
download moreram.com.
It literally delivers you to an Overwatch like hack community website, downloads it onto your computer, bypasses all of the Overwatch like anti-cheating software, and just like allows you to ascend in the video game. Like
It gives you invincibility
Let's
hacks.
fucking go. Yeah. Hey, you know what? Actually, though, something kind of funny. I know that this is kind of specific, so if people that are listening don't know Overwatch, then it's kind of irrelevant. But like, I think a week or two ago, they had to ban D.Va from getting picked in competitive for like an hour because there was a bug, and I wasn't playing while the bug was live, sadly. But after I came back, and I saw that they patched it, I was asking around, and a lot of people were telling me that the bug was that she was literally just immortal.
What?
Like once you killed her mech, right? She
mhm.
just didn't die. It would just stay at 0 HP, but she would stay in it.
Let's go.
So she had infinite mech HP. I would just stay in the mech forever.
Nice.
Fucked up, man.
Yeah. It's broken. It's
Easy
actually broken.
win.
Really?
Yeah.
Anyway, if I'm playing like an adventure game or like a story-based game, usually I
Yeah.
don't put on music. Okay?
Oh yeah.
Like especially games which I know are gonna have absolute bangers of a soundtrack, right? Like
Uh-huh.
any Kingdom Hearts game, I know the soundtrack is gonna be lit, so I'm not gonna put on music to play it.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah, that makes a lot of
something
sense.
where it's
Music in
round
games like that are
based,
amazing.
something that's like round based or like session based. Like even because I have like who even knows how many hours on EU4 at this point? I just usually don't listen to the in-game soundtrack by myself anymore.
I mean, the Sabaton soundtrack though, like that's literally how you got into that.
Yeah, but
EU4.
I had to disable that because you can't have that enabled when you are like when you're recording, right? So I just have it disabled by
Oh, yeah.
default. So I just put on something.
Wait, is that like a
something else.
copyright issue thing?
It's
or-
very
Yeah, I think
copyright,
it
yes.
is. Yeah, because it's an actual band. and
Like
everything.
it actually tells you
Ah.
that if you're gonna be streaming or recording, just disable the DLC.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Hey, that's very nice of them. Wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
isn't there a mode in
Meanwhile, on
Cyberpunk where
Twitch.
it literally gets rid of the music that's copyrighted?
Yeah, and then it has a copyright music anyway because they
it
didn't do it
still
well
has
enough.
copyright
Really? It
music.
does?
Yeah, it does.
Oh my god,
They
dude! All
forgot
this
to make it
DMCA
better.
stuff. Okay, it makes sense, right? I get it, right? Obviously, you shouldn't be
Mhm.
able to make free money off of other people's work. It's the same thing as like YouTube's video copyright stuff and stuff. It's just for
Yeah,
music.
but that's
like,
not how
Yeah,
it works,
but
man.
the-
yeah,
like,
it's just so, and also like when it's an
bloodthirstiness of the
honest
practice,
like
man.
mistake or like something like or like 2 seconds or something, it's obviously not like like for example, I see clips of
Mhm.
streamers. They're like playing Fortnite, right? And then like
Yeah.
they get inside of the cars because you can drive cars in Fortnite now, right?
Oh, okay.
And then the radio starts playing by default, right? And
Ah.
they don't know how to turn off the radio because they're playing Fortnite for the first time in like however long, right? Because who plays Fortnite? And
Yeah.
and then it's playing copyright music. And you're like, what the hell, dude? I didn't ask for this. And there's no
then-
streamer mode.
literally, Twitch is like your dog
Too bad.
water.
Your dog
And then
water,
Twitch is
box
like,
like a
time to go to
fish, you have no
prison.
PR, you have no placements,
and then your
no
Twitch gets banned.
earnings.
Your Twitch
Then
gets
Twitch
banned.
gets
Yeah,
banned,
and then
you go to
get banned
prison,
for
like,
2 weeks or
goddamn.
suspended, or you have to pay a fine or something, dude. Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck, man?
Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting what it's become
Yeah.
these days.
Like, I'm pretty sure. I'm assuming you aren't really affected too much since like you don't really do much outside of your EU4 and you can control everything there really easily.
Yeah, more or less. I mean, today I'd put on
But-
like non-copyright music, but
Yeah, but like I'm sure that like if you ever like do any type of variety, like even just like a single stream,
you have to
like,
research
you-
every game you play.
you have to what?
You have to research every game that you're gonna play to know if you're gonna get
basically.
hit. Yeah,
basically.
and it's kind of
And like you know what? Even though reactions can be bad sometimes, like even like reacting now, React Andes, poor guys, dude, because now they have to have their mods basically screen every single video, or they just have to like I guess you build an intuition, or you just have to have like extreme speed reflexes for when something DMCA happens, like some music is gonna play and you don't want to get fined, and so you just start screaming over it so nobody can hear it.
yeah.
But like at that point, you're just ear raping everyone who's watching. So it's just like it's just like a lose-lose situation, dude.
And I was like a sound pad to like play some random stuff during copyright
Yeah.
music so you don't get like
And the
deleted.
craziest part too, right? The craziest part is that even though Twitch probably has plans to get some sort of licensing mechanism going in for their streamers,
They should. Yeah.
like the streamers and I haven't heard anything about it, and the streamers themselves aren't going to acquire a business license for like music just for their streams, right?
Dude,
Like,
imagine
that's surreal.
paying just so
Yeah,
you
like,
can play
imagine
some
like you pay
music
like
on your
$1 million
stream.
so you have like permanent streaming access to like a
Oh my
library of
God.
songs by Can you imagine like Warner
Listen,
Bros or something?
it just doesn't make any sense because like we
It
understand
doesn't.
we've
They're not going to
understood
the
for a
stream
long
for your
time, right?
music.
That streamers playing video games is a mutually beneficial relationship to the game developers
Yeah.
because it's gonna like provide the kind of attention to the game that you want to like get
Right.
advertising. Because if you see
Actually,
XQC playing like I don't know like whatever, right? Like Honey Pop, people are gonna be like, oh shit,
Yeah.
that Honey Pop game's like hot as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go pay $10 for that and play it myself.
Right, sure.
It's the same thing for music, right? A lot of people
Yeah.
they don't go out of the way to find music, right? Like, so we were literally talking about this earlier. Like
Yeah.
you want some connection to something, some association to actually make it like so that you want to listen to music. And so if you
Mhm.
see your favorite streamer listening to it on stream, it's gonna make you go out of your way to start listening to it yourself. It's just good PR, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and you know what? That means that you might go listen to it on Spotify, right? You're listening to it on Spotify, and now you're part of the ecosystem, right? You're helping out people, and people are making money, and it's not. So it's like, I guess in a
they're
sense,
stabbing themselves in the foot, you know?
yeah, they're
It's
kind of
like-
stabbing themselves in the foot. Because like, what's the alternative? If there was a better alternative where it's like, okay, pay us and we'll let you, right? But like,
It's-
there's nothing like that. There's nothing that straightforward.
It's just greedy
So-
boomers who really don't know what they're doing with
Yeah,
all
Like
these
I
the,
just don't
the
get it.
game
Like,
is
what's the
changing or
justification?
something like that. Like
Well, the music industry is a fossil these days, guys. Like you have to.
that's
really
kind of
like-
Yeah.
true. Yeah, like it hasn't
really-
updated with how, like, not I guess you
No
could say
wonder Kanye's
intellectual
going fucking
property.
insane, dude.
But creative property these days is like a lot more fluid than it was back in the day. Like
Yeah.
people use a lot of stuff to compile and create new things all the time. So like
Yeah.
having those rigid
makes
laws
sense.
and such, like they just don't work anymore. Not as well as they used to. Because when you go to a
Yeah, it's
streamer,
just
you're not there
dumb.
for the music. You're usually there to watch them play the game. And if they hear a banger
Yeah.
of a song, they'll usually like be like, "Oh, what song is playing?" Someone will
Yeah,
tell
they'll
them. They'll look
acknowledge
it
it,
up.
and
like,
they'll
the
be like,
songs really
guys,
don't matter.
check out this
Yeah.
whatever, right? Or they'll be like, oh, this is good.
Like,
I
hey,
mean,
what
that's-
song's
that's a
playing?
good
And they'll be
thing
like, let me add this to
for
my
your
Spotify
content.
playlist. And then the
Yeah.
person who made it gets paid. I mean, I'm not seeing what the problem here is.
Like if Real Talk Anime created an album, for example, right? And
Yeah.
and some crazy popular Twitch streamer listened to this album on stream.
Right.
That's
yeah.
a major dub for
Yeah.
us. That's a major
Yeah,
dub.
that's big.
Mhm.
People are gonna come subscribe to us.
That'd be huge. I wouldn't be like,
Exactly.
hey, you can't.
I would not copyright strike them.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, sorry, man, you can't use a clip
the
from
reason
our
that
thing.
copyright striking exists is like it obviously makes sense when there's like raw re-uploads and shit
Yeah.
like that, right? Like you see cases on YouTube where it's like copyright infringement in the sense that, oh, this guy literally took my video, replaced his face cam with me, and emulated all of my facial expressions.
Yeah.
And then
He made me
re-uploaded it
into
to
a
his
VTuber,
channel.
and then he
It's like, dude, it's literally the same video.
Okay, but you know what? I think we have a reason to be optimistic about all this because
You think so?
because right now it's just the boomers who don't understand who are in charge of these companies that don't know what they're doing, right? But the modern,
Sure.
eventually, the modern generation who understands how this shit works is going to take over, and they're gonna
Yeah, true.
they're gonna change the rules, and they're gonna make it so that you're not gonna get DMCA'd for playing 0.2 seconds of Katy Perry's new song, and
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I guess it's just with time will
just-
tell, because
yeah, like
It's a
we
time
we
thing.
don't know, but like I
Yeah.
feel like there's reason to be optimistic about this.
Yeah.
yeah,
Currently,
you're probably right.
currently it's more used as like DMC is more like a money farming thing where you just claim
Mhm.
someone's entire video and you get cash from it for free.
Mhm.
But I feel like I don't know if you guys watched a video that Moist Critical uploaded a little bit ago where he actually talked with the
I've seen that.
CEO of YouTube in particular, and they want to
I
change
heard
the way
that.
that
I saw
system
that, yeah.
works. They want to make it so that you can more easily like react to something getting claimed. But the problem is that they're still
Oh.
not changing like the rules behind being allowed to claim something. And I imagine like, considering the past history with how terrible they've handled the DMCA stuff, I don't actually have much faith that it's going to be a really good system moving forward. But
Yeah.
in theory,
Wait,
they're
Carter,
going to fix some
have
stuff.
you ever been DMCA'd or like had your video demonetized or under review or anything like that?
I've a few times I've gotten like copyright strikes on some things. Yeah.
Really? What did you ever do?
Sometimes I'm not even joking. There's some videos which have literally zero copyright music. Like I make sure that all the stuff that if I do put music in it, it's either not copyright or
Yeah.
like it's literally just from a game, which usually
right.
isn't copyright because they'll do that on purpose for streamers. But sometimes I'll get claims and I'll look up the video or like the song that the claim is, and I'll either
Yeah.
be completely unable to find it or it'll be some weird. I think one time it was like rainforest sounds or something, and I'm like, how do you even copyright that? And then, and it's not even in the video either. And yeah, that claim was actually never solved. I don't think.
Really?
I think it's still there. Yeah.
Wow.
But because I upload
mean-
so often, I don't care about it. But
Yeah, I guess so.
man, it sometimes just baffles me,
Yeah.
like the ridiculousness of the system.
And
I
if
mean,
they're going
the-
out of their way to prey on like medium to smaller size
Small,
YouTubers
yeah.
like yourself, right? Then
Yeah.
you can
There's
only
nothing you
imagine
can
how
do.
widespread and literally dog ass all this situation is. Dog water.
Dog
A
water,
dog
box like a
water.
fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, the YouTube's
yeah, it's pretty
various
bad.
systems are terrible. There's someone I know of who had like his entire month's
yeah.
revenue stolen from him for absolutely no reason.
I think I saw that tweet actually. Yeah, no,
yeah.
I think the YouTube stuff at this point is basically old news. Like,
It's
I mean,
like,
it's
oh,
been
another
going
person
on
got
for-
ruined. Let's go.
yeah, another person got ruined. Wow, what a surprise!
what a surprise,
YouTube going
man.
at it again.
There we go.
Like, cause I remember like back in like 2015, like back on like DramaTube. Do you remember that? With like Leafy, Pyrocynical, Drama Alert, when all those guys like started becoming trending.
Okay, yeah.
And like that was the first time that I feel like people were making videos complaining about copyright strikes and stuff, you know?
Okay, yeah.
So I don't know, they definitely probably happened before, but like I feel like it became mainstream to like have it for YouTube to fuck you in around that time. So,
yeah. Well, so they
like,
started introducing bots because you couldn't have people
Oh, okay.
manually watching every single video.
then
So
that's
their
what it is.
AI
Yeah, so it's
system
just the bots.
was terrible.
Yeah, and it's been 5 years ish since then, right? And it's still going on, and it's worse actually.
Do you know what's
And-
not going on anymore? Leafy's channel. Have you guys seen it? His entire channel is gone. It's been
gone
wiped
since,
off.
like,
thing.
September or
Hasn't
something.
been-
Earlier.
Really? I didn't
Yeah,
know it was
hasn't
that
it been
early.
completely
I just checked it out
destroyed?
literally last week, expecting to like get some nostalgia out of his old videos, and the entire thing was literally
I'm
just like
pretty sure he made a new account. They found it and deleted it too.
it's been Thanos snapped off the face of the platform.
Yeah, he's
That is
basically been
crazy.
silenced.
That is insane.
They literally just silenced him. Does he still have a Twitter, or is that gone too?
I don't even know, dude. I stopped keeping
No,
track
he
with
still
him,
has a
like, there
Twitter,
was-
but I don't think he's.
I mean, it's not like I
tweeted
listened to
anything.
his videos.
He was
anyways, but
bullying Pokimane a bunch, right? Isn't that why they removed him?
I don't.
Oh,
Understand
probably,
the full
yeah.
context behind
There was
this
a-
YouTube
there was big
Sims
beef
for
there.
Pokimane. My God.
SMH.
Yo, he still tweets every day. He tweeted like 14 hours ago.
Maybe he posts to like Vimeo or something.
Yeah, there's some YouTubers that have just found a different platform. Some of them are actually just like
Yeah.
paid platforms, which is weird in my opinion. But you know, whatever.
Kind of like
works for him.
Sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about. Never mind.
I don't know, man.
I there's this YouTube channel called Nelk. You guys probably heard of him.
Nope.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I
they're
don't
these
know.
guys that did like a bunch of like they started with like pranks and you ever heard like full send that term?
Oh yeah.
they
okay.
they basically started that.
Okay.
And anyway, so they were getting a bunch of strikes and stuff off of YouTube because a lot of their videos are really like extreme and kind of yikes, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Aren't they
Um,
Canadian actually?
I
Or
think
am
they
I
are, yeah.
mistaken?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. No, yeah, they definitely are. They definitely are.
Sorry to
You can also
dox,
just
but
tell-
like, yeah, we're Canadian.
Should I be
you-
should I be
you can just
ashamed
tell
of my
one of the
country or
guys-
proud of it at this point? I don't know.
I don't know if it's a good thing to have those guys from Canada. I don't know. I used to watch a lot of their videos. They were pretty funny, but they're interesting guys. But anyway, yeah, they were they were banned from YouTube at one point. I'm pretty sure.
Yikes.
And then they made their own website, and then they uploaded all their videos on that website. And people were actually,
Okay.
but you had to pay to access it.
Aw, it's
Yeah,
like
and so-
Rooster
and so-
Teeth.
Yeah, but then eventually, I'm pretty sure they were able to get back on YouTube because I'm pretty sure they still upload.
Yeah, I
there.
just looked up their channel. They uploaded like a month ago or something.
Yeah, and they upload like So I don't know. I don't really understand how this stuff works.
I mean,
I know that there's the concept of strikes and everything, but
I think honestly, it's kind of, I think it's a valid business strategy to have locked content behind a subscriber wall.
I mean, yeah, that's what Netflix and everything are doing anyway.
Like, if your
Mhm.
content isn't gonna survive on YouTube, then like, why not start an OnlyFans subscription for
Wanna
this
start
content?
an OnlyFans?
Like,
Yeah,
no,
it's-
I'm serious. Like for example, like an
Like a
interesting example of
Patreon
this is,
locked thing, right?
you guys know who Digibro is, right?
Yeah.
Well, a ton of his
it's
shit just
changed
gets
a bunch,
copy striked
right?
on YouTube and taken down, and you can't make any money, right?
Oh,
Okay,
really?
didn't know about that part.
And
Oh,
and like, he, as a business strategy, decided that one of the things that he wanted to do was do hentai reviews. Okay, and you're with me here. He
Okay,
locked
okay, I
this
see, I see.
content behind an OnlyFans account. So if you subscribe to his
Uh,
OnlyFans, then you'll get to listen to him and his significant other talking about hentai.
Huh.
And he actually makes
Interesting.
money off of it. So I don't know.
It is smart,
It's
though. It
it's
is
kind of
smart.
interesting to think that like, you know, like even though YouTube is the #1 video streaming platform in the world, like there's sometimes you have to be creative and find other avenues
you
for
know
this
what?
content. You know?
People
Mhm.
actually make mad bank off of like Patreons and OnlyFans, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
like even really big YouTubers that have like 3 million subs and stuff often literally just survive off of Patreon. Because like
Because their
it's
YouTube
not the
doesn't
fact that,
work.
yeah,
Like it just
it's
doesn't
like
give them the.
they
They
get
get
some revenue from
demonetized
YouTube,
and
but they get
stuff.
fucked. It's too much of a pain to put out videos, record, do everything, and dispute everything. They'll try maybe, but if they're just independent and they don't have a full team of people working on stuff to get everything done, then what can they do, right? They got to rely on people who
Yeah.
like them enough. Out of the 3 million, there's definitely going to be enough people to pay them some sort of money to survive. So yeah, it makes sense.
And you know
It
what's
definitely makes
crazy to
sense.
think? That there was an era of YouTube
Uh-huh.
before you could get monetized.
Yeah.
And then people would have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
subscribe themselves to these organizations like Machinima or whatever to get their paychecks.
Yeah.
And they'd
That's
have these
crazy,
shitty
dude.
contracts and they'd be making literally like dog water amounts of money every week. Like even though like we're
Yeah,
complaining
damn.
about all this stuff now, but
YouTube has come a long way.
things are better.
Come a long way, yet it has a long way further to go.
Yeah, it has a long way to go, but it's definitely come a long way, and it's definitely to a degree respectable. What some of the stuff that they're doing.
How did we get into this conversation anyways? I feel like
I
there's
don't know. Like we went from music,
DMCA,
DMCA,
Yeah.
and here we
rabbit hole
are.
from there. But I think this is this time
That
is as
was,
good as any to stop though.
Yeah, that was a
You're trying
long
to stop?
tangent. That's like the
Well,
entire
yeah,
I
it's
think
been,
that thing.
it's been
okay,
an hour
whatever
and
you
10
whatever you
minutes.
want.
I
Yeah,
think it's been a good time.
yeah. So we've hit our like usual like end time, so I think it's a good time.
Mhm.
Yeah, so thank you to everybody for tuning in for our 7th episode of our podcast. We're going to be trying to get back into the regular bi-weekly episode release schedule.
And
And
me
yeah,
and Anise, the two of us, are currently working this term,
yes,
meaning
we'll be
we
working
do not
jobs.
have copious amounts of homework to be spending our free time on.
Yes.
So
True.
I
the
will.
ideal scenario is that we're going to try and spend more time working on the editing and the basic, just basically just working on the Real Talk Anime podcast itself.
The brand. Yeah.
The brand. Let's
we
go.
Yeah, we want to put a bit more time. Once you get into like a routine with like school and other stuff, obviously it gets difficult. But now that we're boomers and we just have jobs, cringe 9 to 5s, we can we have everything after 5 to do whatever the fuck we want. So yeah, we're gonna be trying to invest some of that time into the podcast. Hopefully there's a noticeable positive change in the near
So
future.
please look forward to things that we're working on in the future. Maybe
Yeah.
clips. We're
And-
thinking of doing clips.
Yes.
Perhaps more frequent episodes, although not completely likely.
Yeah,
But
we'll
if
see
you
about that.
have any I guess like suggestions or more that you want to see from us, as always,
Exactly.
just let us know and we'll try to do our best to meet your expectations. I don't know.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
Whatever you say, we've been
And-
having a good time doing this and we're just gonna keep rolling on. So
Yeah, so that wraps things. Thank you for tuning in. Sorry. Follow us on our Twitter and our Instagram. Twitter is real_talk_anime. Instagram is just real talk anime. Give us a follow. Hit us up in our DMs. I'll talk to you. And yeah, thank you guys. Goodbye.
See ya.
howdy.